Okay.
All right, I'll keep my, are you still seeing my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do your chart, brother. I need your details.
I'm born, I guess born, I don't like to say that word. I came in flesh the 1st of June, 1973 at 17:10 at night. That's the moment I enter in flesh.
Okay, well, we've got, and what place were you born there?
Trois-Rivières, Québec.
What? Sorry? What?
Trois-Rivières, Three Rivers. Three Rivers,
Okay.
Québec.
Okay, so you've got
T-R-O-I-S.
Yeah.
Dash R-I-V-I-E-R-E-S.
Got it. Trois-Rivières.
Trois-Rivières.
Okay. The 1st of June, 1973.
Yep.
5:10 p.m.
Yep.
Trois-Rivières, Quebec,
Yeah.
Canada.
That's it.
Let's go, guys. Now, this is you, okay? So we're going to look at you right now, right here. And first thing you notice is you are a double Gemini with moon and sun together in Gemini in the 8th house. So 8 is all about creativity because the 8 is the powerhouse relating to the 8th sign as well, Scorpio. And so you have a powerhouse in the 8th house. You also have this beautiful conjunction of Venus and Mercury. This will be beautiful for your charming nature, being Geminians. Gemini people love to be charming. They have a lot of mental energy. They are the life of the party. Now, you've got a mixture of elements here. If Saturn was not in this combination here, you would have a harmonious flow of energy because Mercury, Venus, Moon, and Sun together would make them all benefic. So it would be such a beautiful 5 signs in one sign, Gemini, creation. Saturn is going to, what Saturn will do in the mix of these planets is it will just throw a spanner in the works and generate in you just a more dimensional nature. So you do have all the charm of Mercury and Venus conjunct. You do have the charm of a waxing, very, very new waxing moon and sun conjunction. But the moon and Saturn, this does not go well together because they are, together they induce fear, anxiety, I don't know, things like just a general nervousness. It's not a steadying sort of an energy, but I'll get back to that. Let me first just focus on all the things I see first, and then you can ask me some questions and I'll answer all your questions, okay? So sun and moon, your moon was a new moon, probably about, let me work it out, 21, they're 10 degrees, about 20 hours before you were born, it was a new moon. So you are a new mooner. You have a, your moon is fresh in her energy, which will give you emotional courage. It will give you, the first mansion of the moon is always Aries, okay? So your moon is just leaving the sun 20 hours ago, but still in the first 2 mansions of the moon, which are clearly and definitely in Aries. So your moon has an Aries, fresh climbing, mountain climbing energy about it. So that gives you your positivity, your climbing nature. You don't surrender. You will not surrender. Your moon is waxing in Gemini, climbing. It wants to leave the sun and venture out, okay? So, but the most beautiful thing you have here is a beautiful equilateral blue grand trine in air in your chart. So Jupiter down the bottom here is projecting 2 trines out to Uranus in Libra. That's an interesting one in the 12th house. This is the house of enlightenment. So certainly Uranus here, Mr. Unconventional, will bring you some very unconventional, you know, spiritual insights and enlightenments, trining so beautifully with the Sun, the Moon, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. 5 planets are shooting a right trine down to Uranus in the 12th house. So you better expect 5 different cosmic energies uniting to trine their energy in air signs, mental energy, all the way to your illumination house, here, the 12th house. And you better be ready for this if you haven't already experienced this, because that blue energy in your chart, remember blue shift, red shift, you've got red, you've got some squares here. This is a right square from Mars. This will harm your Sun and your Moon and Saturn. But this Jupiter trine T-square, not T-square, grand trine, this is totally and beautifully benefic in your chart. It's bringing you great mental stability and insights and power. You have 7 planets in air. So air is your element, brother. You are totally... no, you actually have 8 planets in air. Neptune is in fire, Sagittarius, and Mars is in Pisces, water. So you have no Earth at all activated except for your North Node down here in Capricorn. Now, your North Node is where you are pointed to focus. You've been asked to look down here in the 3rd house where you have Jupiter and Capricorn and Aquarius of all energies, very Saturnian energies. This is the house of courage and initiatives. So you are asked to be courageous and take initiative, brother.
I think I do.
Yes. Yes, you do. So if we take a look at, I'll pull up some, no, I won't do that. I'll just read some, it's also, the 3rd house is also the house of education, self-expression, short journeys, of course, brothers, sisters, neighbors, kin. So this is also your brothers and sisters. You need to get it right with your brothers and sisters. I don't see any trouble. Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one sister.
Okay. Well, the ruler of the 3rd house cusp is Saturn via Capricorn. So Saturn is over in the 8th house. So you are bringing Saturnian 8th house energy into this house here, simply because they are forever connected. Capricorn and Saturn can't be separated. So what does that mean? Well, the 8th house is a house of creativity. It can be sexual creativity, but it can also be occult knowledge creativity. So if you've got 5 planets in the 8th house, which is dealing with deep esoteric science, and the next house, the 9th house, is also dealing with higher spiritual learning, as opposed to the opposite 3rd house, which is lower secular learning and education of a general kind. So if you are connecting your 9th house through Saturn and Capricorn into your 3rd house, well, then you need to bring your initiative skills and courage and bravery and all of that from your 3rd house, connect it up with your 8th house, and really just, this is a supercharged luminous chart, man. Lots of mental energy. Watch out that you don't ground. You're not grounded much, really, except for where your North Node is here, where you need to be grounded towards your brothers and sisters and your neighbors and all of that third house significations there. So you are grounded here, though, in the 7th house. You've got Taurus. This is the house of partners, lovers, wives, relationships. So the ruler of Taurus is Venus, very well aspected with Gemini, who rules, Mercury, who rules Gemini, which means your Venus is strong, medium strength. She's not weak, definitely not weak Venus, because the 8th house is medium. The succedent houses have medium strength. So in relationships, you should be quite, steady. You should be. The bull is steady. Venus is steady. She's very loving. So you're going to be giving Taurian Venus love to your partners. So they will love you for that. Watch out, though, because Saturn is conjunct Venus. This can make you cruel, cold, unkind,
arrogant,
sometimes.
arrogant.
Yeah, it can make you aloof and distant to your partner, to your beautiful Venus girl. So watch out for that. But Mercury and the Moon, who are also embracing your Venus, they will counter that Saturnian energy. Okay, so don't be too concerned about that. Just be
Control my emotion.
Well, look, you're a mind individual. Your mind is you've got 8 planets in mind, the element of air, mind, spirit. So you are a spirited. This is a spirited individual, not necessarily energized, but spirited, quick-witted, very sharp of mind and intellect.
Oh, yeah.
That Venus Mercury conjunction up there, that's unmissable. You can't miss the energy that comes from that. Nice speaking, one who speaks with love, communicates with love. Okay, Saturn's going to jump in from time to time and make you cheeky and make you, it will hurt your Mercury conjunction there, which is your tongue, and it will make you spiteful, and you will be cruel to be kind when needed, okay? So, gee, man, there's a lot here, but just ask questions. What do you want to know?
But what I retain the most for what she said is the 8th house or something, because that number 8, Santos, is constantly in my face since the beginning of my journey. I started here on YouTube, or the awakening that I'm having, because also my mother-in-law died on the 8th of December, and I'm convinced that she's behind my awakening. Somehow was very, very close to her, She died on the 8th, and the 8th is always around me, whether it's people showing up in my life with their names making 8, 4, like, that happen often, or I see the number 8 everywhere. So that is something that you said it right at start. So tell me a little bit more about that, because I'm trying to make sense of all this, my mother and the 8, and but there's also my one of my stepbrother died, and his name was Jean-Marc, and there was 8 letters in his name. So sometimes I'm confused. I wonder what kind of energy is behind this awakening, or is it just me that wanted to awake, or something greater forced me to I don't know, man. There's something happened for sure.
All right.
I wasn't on YouTube 3 years ago, so something happened for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at that then. I'll just share my screen, and we will. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the 8th house. So here's the 8th house. Have a look at this. Okay. So let's have a look at. We've got partners, resources, inheritance, endings, career change, sexual attractiveness, occult sciences, life and death, and the flaw. Okay, so already we mentioned occult sciences, change, career change is one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And
So
I had no choice. I broke my knee. I broke my leg, so I had to be reoriented. So that's a total career change. But I'm reorientating in the direction of truth and motivational speaking. So I know I have a talent for speaking. That's clear. I wouldn't be here if we didn't
for
know how
sure,
to speak.
for sure.
So,
Can you see this new one?
no.
No, I'll have to share again. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Share
now we
again.
see it.
Oh, can you see my? All right. 1 minute. We wanted this one. Okay, can you see this one?
No.
No.
No, it's still just
All
you.
right, well, I'll read it. I'm reading another one. Another one says, death, mystery, deep sciences, injuries. So deep sciences,
Injuries.
okay.
That's it.
Wow.
Injuries. Man, fuck. That's deep. That's deep stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
sudden
just
things.
describe me. You describe me, my old personality tonight. I recognize myself for sure.
Yeah, so that's the things happening suddenly. The number 8 is the 8th house, and so it's the sign of death and transformation. So what it means for you is the ability to do this. You can get out of that cycle and go down, or you can get out of this cycle and go up. So you've got to be able to, here is where death happens, and here is where transformation happens. Death, transformation. Death, transformation. Death, transformation. So that's the energy of 8. You've got a lot of 8 energy, which is also sexual energy. So it's all about sexual attractiveness. So if you look at the planets there and you want to find out what's my sexual attractiveness, well, you know, it's pretty good. You've got Mercury and Venus, which a lot of beautiful people have this conjunction. They are good speakers, they are influential, they are sexy people. Casanova had this conjunction. You know, people like good talkers like Muhammad Ali, Elvis Presley had this conjunction, Mercury, Venus. You've got a lot of Hollywood actors. Now, you also have Sun and Moon conjunct. Well, this is very, very nice. This will bring, the sun will bring, you know, glorious rays of beauty to your life. So this is the house of your sexual attractiveness. Also, it's your partner's wealth. So you're going to be an individual which will benefit from partners and their you know, overflowing energies of wealth. You know, it will spill over to you. You're just going to be the recipient of that. You can't escape it. Your partners will share their wealth with you. You're going to be the receiver and the beneficiary of lots of, you know, of that kind of wealth. And also, I would say with Venus in the 8th house, there's going to be an inheritance from women, maybe your mother or an auntie. Eventually, somewhere along the line, you will receive some kind of inheritance from an auntie, and possibly an uncle.
Welcome. It's always
Yeah.
welcome, eh? Not that we count on it, but it's always welcome for sure.
Well, that's the house of inheritances, and you've got a lot going on there. So, do we want to do Rob's?
Yeah, I mean, if there's
Yeah,
time, I mean,
do
I know there's a lot to go into, but I mean,
No. We can talk
just a
about
little
the other
bit,
stuff
even
next
just a
week.
little bit. That'd be great, Santos.
Sure, man. Sure. This is part of understanding this science. We have to be.
It's intriguing stuff right here. I'd love to do it.
It's something I'm gonna. Yeah.
Go. Say.
No, I was gonna
talk
say
too
it's
much.
something I'm gonna rewatch it to really take everything in. But you hit it for sure.
Yeah, I deliberately did it fast because it's recorded, man. I don't want to sit there, you know, just wasting people, making people.
No. You said it fast. I'm gonna rewatch it and yeah.
Yeah, so you can't call yourself a syncretist and not know science. You can't not know science and be a syncretist. It's just they don't. You can't do that. And so a lot of these, like the Panty boys, they've got no idea about astrology. So They don't qualify to be called syncretists. Don't use the word unless you're pointing it to me, perhaps, but not to yourselves, because you're not syncretists. You're panty boys. Okay, what's your date there?
September 30th, 92.
Beautiful.
But 20 years difference there.
That's 92. That's my son's birthday, brother. 92.
Awesome, yeah.
My son was born on the 30th of September, 1992.
Wow,
Okay.
Go figure.
Can
Now-
be his son.
Go figure.
When I went to England in 2013 on my 14 PowerPoint presentation syncretism speeches in Birmingham, I sat down next to a lovely young guy and a girl. The girl to the left of me was born on the 30th of September, and the guy to the right was born on the 30th of September.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Talk
And
about
they
being
sent down-
connected with people, you know, just it's such a small world after all.
It is, brother. So what time?
I think it's 6:19 p.m. I'm not sure if it's 6:17 or, but I'm going more with 6:19. I'm pretty sure, from what I recall. I don't know if there'd be much difference though, 6:17 and 6:19. I don't know.
So you reckon 19?
Yeah, 6:19 p.m.
Okay. Place.
Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Okay. How do you
Where
spell
is that?
Yeah, I know. Moose Jaw. Seriously.
How do you spell it?
So it's Moose Jaw, just as it sounds, and then Saskatchewan, it's S-A.
No. Is Moose M-O-U-S-S-E?
No, M-O-O-S-E, and then Jaw, J-A-W.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
That's right in the middle of Canada, man.
Ho-
Can't
home,
miss
home,
it.
of, home of the snowbirds.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's share the screen. You can't see my screen, can you?
No.
All right. So we want. No, we don't want that. We want my screen. I better get rid of this other stuff. That's what's going on. Get rid of that. All right. Back to the Google Hangout. And share screen. Why isn't it doing it, guys? It doesn't want to share
Yeah,
me.
it's pointing on you still.
No. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
right there.
All right. There you are. Now,